Okay, good morning. I hope you can see this. I included it already in the unit, and I thought maybe I'd better explain what it's doing here. Why is this thing called the competencies curve in a section where I'm introducing concepts of developing strategy? So what I thought maybe the easiest way for me to do this rather than write it out is try to explain what I'm talking about. Okay, so what you have here, and you can refer to the link in the course so you can maybe get a clearer picture, is what we've developed here, and I just came out of my consulting practice for many years. I've been using this. But as you can see, I've got a box built here, and got it divided into 4 ever decreasing sections. The bottom called individual contributors, and then this is typical in most organizations, and you can quibble whether we need 5 or 4 boxes or 3 or whatever. We move up to supervisors, and then managers, and then finally executives. And as you can see also, there's this red curved line running through the box. And to the right of the red curved line, you see what we have over here is called task skills. These are the things that you actually do. This is what we are trained to do. This is our background. This is engineering, programming, all our job skills. And over here, what I've got here is a box where we call it people skills. These are sometimes referred to as soft skills. These are planning and dealing with people and all the people skills that you've got out there, right? And the point I'm trying to make is most of us at some point in our career were hired into an organization as an individual contributor to do task skills, hard skills, to do stuff. Okay? We were hired as stuff doers. And then what we traditionally do in order to move up the corporate ladder, we take the best stuff doer and we move them up to be the supervisory stuff doer, right? And the supervisory stuff doer is now responsible for seeing that not only do the task skills get done, but suddenly, as you can see where the red line crosses, you've got a lot more people skills. See, down here, when you were an individual contributor, when you're a stuff doer, maybe 10% of your time is spent on doing the soft skills. Most of your time is doing the hard technical skill. Now, all of a sudden, look, it's about 50-50, right? And the problem is we don't train people to do that. We sort of just elevate them. Based on their technical abilities, we move them into a position where most of, at least half their time is not going to be spent doing their technical skill. We do it again. We make somebody a manager, right? And we move them up, but now look where the red line is. It's way over here. And the manager's probably spending 75 or 80% of their time on doing the soft skills, the people stuff, okay? And maybe 20% or less on actually doing hard task skills. And then finally, we go to the executive level, for lack of a better term, and a very, very small part of their time and effort is spent on hard skills. It's all people skills. Planning, directing, thinking, working with others, political skills. It's all in there. Now, why is that important in developing strategy? Well, where is strategy done? Strategy, pardon my fade out on the screen, okay? Strategy is done at this level, isn't it? This is where we're thinking. These are the people we want to be thinking about strategy and then helping us develop it and then filter it down through the organization. So when you're starting to think about strategy and as you do things as we go forward in this project, this is the level I want you to think about. This is where you have to keep it out in a very big picture. We can't be thinking about what's on the desk in front of us. We have to think of the big picture. How is this going to affect this strategy development that we're learning how to do? How is this going to affect the overall organization? This is where I want you to be thinking. That's why I've introduced it at this point. In fact, if I go to the next page, you'll notice we talked about a little bit earlier in the unit. I've shown you things on vision and values and mission And now I've got some plans and goals, and look where we've layered them in, tried to layer them in here with the levels that you saw on the first slide. So executives are responsible up here, then managers are more a little bit on the mission, supervisors more on the plan, individual contributors on the goals. And notice I've got it shaped like a funnel, because this is where we're kind of pouring everything in the top, and the results got to come out of the bottom. This is one thing I will lead up to, where we talk about resource allocation. So I'd like to keep that in mind. And then finally, I'll take this slide, and now we've taken it and we've thrown that red line running right through it again. So you can see how the relation of the people skills and the task skills end up with these concepts of vision and values, mission, plans, and goals. And this all relates to the Chapter 1 PowerPoint, the comments that I made about vision and values. You can see maybe a little bit of the difference between my interpretation and the texts. And I think this is important to introduce this all right up front so that we help ourselves maintain throughout the course this big picture perspective. So I hope that clears things up for you a little bit. Thank you very much.